We were playing Escort. Sadly, we were on their server, so we had about 200 ping. And we're just going to have to run it the traditional way. I have no idea where these guys are. They split up pretty good, but I was able to put a good bit of damage on the Ruby and then just push into him. Sadly, the Ruby doesn't end up getting his health back, so we didn't get to push it too far. But we are going to group together. Now that we know where they all are, we are going to be able to play them. And they do have the number 1 Judex and number 1 Ruby on their server. It is going to be a pretty hard game. But we are able to go ahead and just try to push out. It didn't work at all. I'm just going to go ahead, get back, heal, and wait and just try again. But the biggest thing is, we know where everyone's at. I do have my ult up, and I'm just going to push the Ruby. We did get that plan, and it ended up working out pretty good. That way, we can just push the rest of them one-on-one. We pushed the Judex back, so all we had to do was go in there, kill the Iris, and we can just push up, and we're fine. So I'm just going to basically be running the cart and staying behind it, because saving your shield is the biggest thing you can do with Jabali. You have your guys run out for you, do whatever they're going to do to try to get the kills and keep people off of you, but your job is to stay behind that cart and not take damage until it's time. You don't want to have your shield up if you have natural cover, because there's no reason to. I mean, right there, I just got absolutely destroyed. But it ain't 1v3, what you gonna do? But we are in trouble here. We do only have 1 minute left, and there's only a couple pushes that we can do. Luckily, I do have my ult, so that does help, and I'm going to be able to push it a little bit better, hopefully. And we are going to go here. I do grab the heal, and I'm trying to get Explosive to come behind me, but there's just no time. Right here, I am going after the Ruby to make sure that I kill him, because they do have a healer. I mean, you got to do what you got to do as Jabali. It's really important to get a feel for when to shield and when to shoot, because you can help your team out a lot. Like, when they have a healer, it's really hard to kill through it, but that extra Jabali damage is huge, especially if you're level 10 and you can give the boost to everybody, I mean, including yourself. But it is pretty important that you do damage when it's necessary. Just make sure that's coordinated with your team. Say hard on Ruby, and they will know what you mean. They're going to go for the Ruby. Right there, Butt Pounder was shooting the other guy. I said hard on Ruby. He switched targets, killed him with me, and then he went back to doing what he was doing. He ended up killing the Iris right after that. Right there, I killed the Judex by myself while he's chasing Butt Pounder, which allowed him to go get the full heal and set up for me and get up top, which is going to be huge. Right there, we do end up having Explosive get back in the game. He spawned so far away. Super unlucky to die right before you get to where you need to be. It's all good, though, because we are here. He hits his ult, and I tell everyone, hey, the ult's up. Just go ahead, give up. Don't worry about getting the damage in. Just keep your positions. We do, sadly, end up all getting destroyed pretty hard right there. But we are going to come out, and we have 1:40 to push it. We already got it past the halfway point, which is good. And I realized that they just keep flanking us, and really sucks that he used his ult right there, because he was able to take everyone out because of it. And he's one-shot, so I know I have to get to him, especially with the healer, and I suck so bad. I barely get to him. But right here, I have enough health and shield that I can regenerate a pretty far good amount of health, especially because I'm next to the cart, which will regen health. So I know that they're not going to be able to kill me, and I'm able to go ahead, get that heal, which accidentally gets me in perfect position to flank that Judex. So everything here was pretty lucky, but I was able to stay alive, and that is the most important thing. Staying alive as the Jabali, staying on that cart, and saving your shield until you really need it. Right here, I know their whole thing is to just come behind us as soon as it turns around the corner. And luckily for us, we were all ready for it, so it didn't really do anything. And then the Judex came behind, but it doesn't matter that much. We're going to go ahead and kill him, and then all they have is a healer. I mean, it is just nothing. Right here, he puts up his ult and still dies through it. I don't even know how that's possible. So hard to kill people through Iris's ult, but luckily we basically waste the Iris ult, which is going to help us later on. Right here, I am able to get the Ruby pretty low. I'm just going to guard for my guy, and I realize the Judex is behind us, so I'm going to go get him. I get him pretty low. Last guy up is the Iris versus a Ruby, and I am pretty hopeful that we can go ahead and get this. Because right here, the Ruby on the right dies immediately, and the round ends. We don't end up getting it, which sucks, but we do give ourselves a chance. I'm going to go ahead and play Hunter because I'm very good at it, and it really needs to be something high-powered damage that can stop these guys. And we got Gloria, we got Hunter. It's a pretty good bet that we're going to do well. And they have one of the... His Ruby's like 5k rated. So it would be kind of stupid for them not to use Ruby. I'm assuming he's like a one-trick. So he's just really good at that character. I would use it too. But right there, they do get off to a great start. It is kind of worrying. I'm just going to sit here waiting for my team to get in position. And I'm letting them know, hey, I got this cut off. I'm going to go ahead and let them know I'm here. Just so they know, hey, look over here. While my guy comes up behind him, they're all going to be preoccupied on me. As my guy gets up there, I put myself out more, and then I'm just hiding from damage and letting him kill him. I'm setting them up to focus on the Hunter while the Gloria comes behind and just absolutely destroys them. And it worked perfectly. They fell for it right away. They all attacked me while I kept myself in safe positions, and then my Gloria killed everybody. And it's something hard that most people don't really think about, but it isn't just about killing people by yourself and putting out the most damage. Sometimes the best thing you can do is bait people out and put them in the wrong positions for them and the right positions for your team. Because setting your team up to get the kill is just as important as you getting the kill. In this situation, it was much safer for both of us to be able to kill them all if I put myself out there, because you're really worried about a Hunter. Hunters can do so much damage so quick. Throwing those sensor balls, they think I'm an idiot, so they're going to come out and try to kill me. Luckily for me, they fell for it. And that is something that you can do really easily. You just got to tell your teammates you're doing it first. And sometimes you don't even have to tell your teammate. If you see them going up top, you can just figure out what they're doing. So just pay attention to what they're doing, and you can really set people up. Just make sure you're in a safe position that you can get behind stuff where heals are, just etc. I mean, whatever you need to do to keep yourself alive. Right here, I'm just trying to get some damage out and then kind of get back to a safer spot, because we just got to delay them a little bit because we got pretty far and they are struggling. Right there, our Jabali does a great job to live and give me an explosive time to get there. I'm just throwing sensor balls to give myself speed boost because I got to get there as soon as possible, especially since it's contested. The Ruby was just hiding from the other people while his teammates got back. Luckily for us, we were able to get the kills. And right here, the Shell has no health. He's just trying to live until his teammates can get here to continue the overtime. But there's nothing that Judex can do. And we were able to get the victory. And then we were able to beat the #1 Judex and the #1 Ruby on their server with a little bit of lag. But the lag didn't matter too much. But I also had 24,000 trophies, so like, it wasn't that bad. And I appreciate you guys for watching. As you can see, they're on the leaderboards. Oh, Suprema stopped being good as soon as I called her out for cheating. Don't worry, that video is coming up next. How Suprema, the #5 player in the world, cheated for most all of her trophies. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you all to my supporters and channel members. See ya.